Hi everyone, I'm Roey and I'm so glad you're here with me today to do this short warm-up for a metabolic flow. So I recommend doing this before any of the 4-part series in our metabolic flow, and you can use this warm-up just by itself, just to warm up your body and get you feeling really great. So we're gonna get started here on the mat and we're gonna start in child's pose. So we're gonna bring our toes together, our knees apart, and then we're just going to sink back and just stretch your arms out nice and long. So just take a few breaths here on the mat. Inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Just to really get centered. Forget about everything that's not here right now and just concentrate on you. So inhale through your nose, big exhale out your mouth. Stretch those arms out just a little bit further. Feel that nice stretch down the back of your arms, your shoulder blades. Inhale through your nose. Big exhale out your mouth. Start to walk your hands to the right side of the mat. Take your left hand on top of your right and sink into that child's pose with your arms to the right side of the mat. Feel the side body stretch. Start nice and slow. And then walk your hands through center. Take your left hand to the left side of the mat. Place your right hand on top of it. Give that right side body a stretch. And then walk your hands back to center. One more child's pose here. Stretch the arms out nice and long. This should feel good. Take an inhale through your nose. Big exhale out your mouth. Get used to those big exhales. And then start to slowly come up. Let's bring ourselves into tabletop. So we're going to come into tabletop pose here. Make sure that our shoulders, our wrists are in line. And just press that belly button back into the spine. And then we're going to do a wrist warm up here because yoga, involves a lot of wrist, and I just want to warm up those wrists. So in our tabletop position, we're just going to circle around, pressing into the palms. Just do a nice slow circle and then reverse the circle. So you're pressing into the palms, just warming up those wrists. So I call this a metabolic flow, so a couple of circles each way. Because as we go through it, we're going to use our natural detoxifying system in our body to boost that metabolism. And we're going to build muscle with some of the flows that we have in this series. So we are going to just call this a metabolic flow because we're just going to really work on those systems. We're going to take our palms and we're going to rotate them to the mat. So now our palms are facing up, nice and gentle here. And just slowly press your palms into the mat. So I have really tight wrists, really tight palms. So I don't know if it's from holding a paintbrush or, from gripping weights or what, but this slowly opens up my hands here. It feels good on my wrist, but they're really tight. They're really not flexible. So just do what feels good here for you, and then take your palms back down to the mat. One more time, flip your palms up towards you, and then start to straighten your arms. You can bend your arms and straighten your arms if that feels better. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten, just to get into the tops of those palms, just opening up the wrists there. And then take your palms back down to the mat. We're going to do a few cat-cows here in tabletop. So we're going to drop the belly, look up, and then bring the belly in on your exhale, round the back. Drop the belly and look up, and then pull the belly in. Drop the belly and look up. And then for your cat, pull that belly button in. Come back into a tabletop position. And from our cat-cow, I'm gonna turn towards you on the mat. We're gonna take our right arm up to the sky, maybe look up. It's the first thread the needle here, so you might be really tight like I am. And then take that arm underneath the left arm, shoulder to the mat. Do it 2 more times just to loosen up, open up, look up, and then try to take your shoulder to the mat as you take your arm underneath that left arm. So right arm to the sky, look up, and then thread that needle through your left arm, palm faces the sky. Your head can come to the mat, shoulder to the mat, and then walk your left hand out in front of you. So feel the nice stretch there. It's your first thread the needle, so you might be really tight. Breathe. And then start to bring your left hand back to center. Press into your left hand to come back up to tabletop. Your left hand's going to come to the sky, rotate up, and then bring your left hand under your right arm, palm faces the sky. 2 more times. Come up, look up, thread it through, palm towards the sky. 1 more time. Arm comes up, and then arm comes through the right arm, palm faces the sky, and then you can walk your right hand out in front of you. Feel the stretch in your back, feel the stretch in your shoulders. Breathe here. So inhale through your nose, big exhale out your mouth. Any of these poses you can stay in longer than you want or longer than I am. You can just turn the video off and then come back to it. If this feels really good for you and you need some more time here, just stay here. And then start to walk your right hand back in, press into your right hand to come back into your tabletop. So I'm going to turn back on the mat here. I'm still in my tabletop position, and I'm going to press into my hands, and we're going to start to hover those knees off the mat. So I want you to press into the tops of your feet. See how that feels as we hover our knees off the mat. If that doesn't feel good to press into the top of your feet, to give the top of your feet a stretch, then just tuck your toes. So I'm going to press into the top of my feet. I'm going to press into my palms, and then I'm just going to lift my knees off the mat and hover. Pull the belly button in here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth as you pull the belly button in. Drop your knees to the mat. We're going to do that 1 more time. Actually, let's do it 2 more times. So press into the tops of your feet. I like to stretch out the tops of my feet, but you can always tuck your toes here. Press into your palms, inhale through your nose, and then on your exhale, lift up, knees off the mat. And then bring everything back down to the mat. 1 more time. Press into the tops of your feet or tuck your toes. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth as you lift and pull that belly button into your spine. Nice. Drop the knees, reset. Come onto your toes, the top of your toes, like you're going to tuck them. And this time we are going to tuck our toes, and we're going to hover off the mat, and we're going to tap our right shoulder with our left shoulder with our right hand, and then back to center. Left hand goes to right shoulder, back to center. Right hand to left shoulder, back to center. Left hand to right shoulder, back to center. 1 more time. We can do it 1 more time. Tap, tap, and then drop your knees, untuck your toes, sink back into child's pose. So breathe there. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth as you pull the belly button under the rib cage. Breathe. And then press into your hands. Start to take your feet, tuck your toes, and come up into that down dog. So just press into the toes. You can walk out your dog here. So just walk it out. Walk it out. Press the heels down towards the mat. And now we're just going to give our triceps a little bit of a workout. So we're going to drop the elbows down to the mat and then lift. Drop the elbows and lift. We're in down dog. We're dropping the elbows and lift. 2 more times. 1 more time. And then back to your down dog. You can pedal it again here. And then come back to a regular down dog. Press into your palms. Take your right leg up to the sky. Just take it up. 3-legged dog. Breathe here. And then back down to the mat. Left leg goes to the sky. breathe, and then back down to the mat. 2 more times each side. Right leg up, back down to the mat. Left leg comes up, back down to the mat. Feel yourself loosening up here. Right leg up, back down to the mat. Left leg up, back down to the mat. Nice job. Press it back. Take your knees to the mat. Take your knees wide. Sink back into that child's pose. Breathe. And then come up to your tabletop position. Cross your feet behind you. And we're all done our warm-up. So I'd love for you to join me for the second part of our series, now that you're all warmed up, for our metabolic flow. So we'll heat it up, and then we'll have a second part if you want to add on. So 2 little flows for you to do. And then our last part is that cool down. So you can stack these all together and get a nice hour flow, or you can do them separately. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day, and join me again. Bye-bye.